Hello everybody. I'm so sorry for the late video. I had a bit of like an internet issue and I managed to, recover and fix it. Is that what I'm supposed to say? So welcome to part 4, the conclusion. Okay, don't forget to pour yourself a glass. And today's episode was brought to you by... I'm taking it back from after we decided that I guess we're seeing each other and he was going back to Italy and he was basically asking if he could see me when he came back again. So, the following months were bliss. When I say bliss, he would go to Italy, come back by Thursday. He would always have something for us to do. We would either go to the movies, go for dinner, or just order in and chill and use his home cinema and watch movies. I mean, I've watched films with this man that I never thought anybody else would want to watch, but we had that in common as well. So, let's say it's been maybe about 2 or 3 months and he goes to Italy. So he's in Italy and he basically gets held up there for very obvious reasons to the world, if you get what I mean. So everything's going well. We're talking. Everything is amazing. And I mean amazing. I mean, at this point, my friend keeps going, Tsala, kana wa itse roa jola? And I'm like, what? I know, boo. So, fast forward, everything's going well. So one morning, he calls me and he says to me, I need you to do me a big favor. And mind you, he's in Italy. And I say to him, okay, babe, anything, right? I'm like, whatever, what do you need? He says, well, I'm going to send you the key to my apartment. And I would really appreciate it if you were to go by there, check on it, see if everything is okay. Because I'm sure there's some food that went bad in the fridge or in the pantry. And then I'm going to send you some money. And then you can maybe restock or buy whatever that you feel the house needs. So this for me, I think I would call the beginning of the end. So he sends me his key. And it took a long time to come. I mean, COVID-19 really messed up a lot of logistics around the world. I'm sure everybody knows this. Deliveries were coming in late. There was even a point we were concerned his key got lost. That's how long it took to come. But it eventually arrived. And then when he sent it to me, I called him and I said, oh, babe, the key's here. And he says to me, baby, you know what? You have been telling me about your assignments and how you have these deadlines. I would suggest that you take your laptop to my apartment and spend the night and get some work done. And I say to him, are you sure about this? He says to me, actually, you can live there indefinitely. Indefinitely. Yeah, I know, right? Okay. So anyway, fast forward, I finish up with the first part and I decide, you know what, let me get going because it's getting late. So I get to his apartment and, I text him and I tell him, babe, I am here. And then I started cleaning. Nawanyana wa mokalak. Nawanyana wa mokalak. Huh? Ke kono maka. Huh? Nditini. Nditi. Mop. Get. Wow, guys, I thoroughly cleaned that man's house. And so a night turned into 3 nights. 3 nights turned into a week. A week turned into 2 weeks. Next thing I know, I was living at this man's house for Sorry, I meant to say, next thing I know, I've been living at this man's apartment for about a month. And through this whole time, we talk every day. I mean, I'm reading his mail. He's asking me to go pick up his mail and read it to him because we are together, right? Dun, 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 dun. Hey, you know when life can come to your house and go, hey, hi, remember me? I'm real life. Ha! So, Everything's been going well for a month, and now it's time for him to come home. He was scheduled to come home at first on a Monday, and then on a Wednesday, and then decided to just come on a Friday. So this whole week for me is very exciting, nerve-wracking, all these words you can think of, you know. I'm excited my man's coming home. I'm nervous, like, is he gonna think I took care of the place? I'm also just kind of like, oh my goodness, like, are we okay? Because, I mean, we've literally been seeing each other for about 3-4 months now, but like the bulk of it was long distance because of this whole situation. Hey! So, first things first. He arrived on a Friday. And I remember he arrived at night. So he arrived when I was already a bit sleepy. So when he came home, I opened for him and... yeah. And then in the morning, I had online classes. And he had work. So we were in 2 different rooms. But, I mean, we would still acknowledge each other. He made me coffee. You know, it was just like a good morning situation. As I was still doing my online classes, he decided he was going to go out to town and run a few errands. I said, okay, cool, you'll find me home. Okay. Guys, he comes back maybe about 4 hours later, and it was awkward. Like, I don't even know how to elaborate how awkward, like, awkward it was being together. It was different. I feel he was different. He was being very iffy and very wishy-washy, but I kept thinking to myself, maybe I'm just overthinking things. So he comes back, and I had asked him to bring me a bottle of wine. And then 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, he invited a friend over. So the friend comes. It gets a little bit less awkward, but it's still awkward because then I ask him to open a bottle of wine for me, and then he says to me, "Can't you open it yourself?" Trying so hard to look for who he's talking to because I know he's not talking to me. Hey. So, I mean, I'm like, okay. So I try to play it off cool because I'm not trying to start nothing in front of people I don't know, especially people that I don't know that are his friends, right? So anyway, fast forward, the friend leaves. Then after the friend leaves, I decided, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna address this issue. So I basically probe him and I ask him, like, why has it been so awkward since you've been back? Is there something that you want to say? This motherfucker goes on a rant about how he feels like, oh, I only told you to spend one night. I didn't say that you could move in. Did everybody read that text? Maybe you didn't. Let me do it again. But anyway, after that whole conversation, I felt a lot more uncomfortable. I told him, let me go. He said no. So I spent one more night there. Still fucking awkward. It was the most awkward situation I'd ever been in my life. The next day, I woke up and still feeling the same way. I didn't even get a lot of sleep that night. But anyway, fast forward. We're sitting at the breakfast table and he says to me, oh, do you have something to do? Excuse me. This offended me because I had told him after he told me I shouldn't leave that then it's okay that I would leave the next day. So now he was asking me this question like, do I have something to do? As to say that, basically as an indication to kick me out. And I said to him, listen, I'm going to call my boss in 10 minutes. So I decided to get up and get my stuff together. He walks me downstairs. Like, still awkward. Like, at this point, I'm just like, geez, can I go home? You know? So, the boss comes, and he kisses me on the cheek. Okay. And then I go home. So, this is a Sunday. Mind you, for the first time ever, he never asked me, did I get home safe or anything? But I didn't really make a fuss out of it. I just kept it moving, right? So, now it's a Sunday. And then he texted me in the evening, basically saying, oh, I had a busy day, sorry I texted so late. But at this point, I'm in my feelings. And I feel like there's so many things I would like to tell this man, but I still need to get my thoughts together because I don't want to be, you know, just saying some stuff just left, right, and center without it making sense. So I decided I'm not going to respond. I'll respond in the morning. In the morning, I respond. And that was a Monday. I responded Monday morning, 6 a.m. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dab! Next day. Hey! Still nothing. I wake up with a heavy heart on a Tuesday. Wake up with such a heavy heart. I'm asking my friends, what should I do? What should I do? Everybody's obviously saying, don't text him. Don't text him. But then I texted a really good friend of mine. Shout out Mandy Mo. You know, I texted a really good friend of mine and she just told me, babe, just talk to him if you want to. Just tell him what you want to tell him and wait for his response. Yeah. Yeah. So after that conversation, I was very, yeah. I mean, that, wow. That whole conversation, it just drained me emotionally. It drained me because there were so many things I wished I could have said, but I felt like if this is how you wanted to do it, then I was not going to participate. And that is exactly what happened. I didn't reply. And a week later, I got a package. Run, run, run. Run, 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 run. See, let me tell y'all something. That shit shook me, but it didn't break me. Okay? And what I got out of that situation was that I'm worth it. I'm worth the treatment. I mean, he showed me things that I never thought a man would show me. But I'm here and I've moved the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Cause a bitch gotta Pambili sisi. We move. Thank you so much for joining in. Episode 1 is finally concluded with part 4. Please join me on episode 2 when I take y'all through some other bullshit I've experienced. But thank you so much for joining in. As always, it was a pleasure. Cheers.